第25集，我在太空拉地球。走喽，这简直太好玩了，克里斯博士，这个就像火箭升空一样。
Yes, Meng Meng. The rocket blasting off and the plane taking off, these are all based on the principle of reaction force.
是吗？我想学习反作用力的知识，这样我长大了以后就能造火箭和飞船了。克里斯博士，真的有这么多反作用力发生在我们身边吗？
Yes, reaction forces are everywhere. Maybe you haven't noticed them yet. Kids, maybe you've seen Daddy lighting up fireworks at the spring festivals. It's the reaction force that allows the fireworks to blast off into the sky.
哇，太有意思了！
Physics is great fun when you have the knowledge to know where to look for it.
可是反作用力都是怎么出现的呢？除了你刚才说的这些例子，我怎么才能找到它们呢？
It's easy. For every force, there is a reaction force.
只要有力存在的地方，你是说我们身边的每一种力吗？
That's right. Every force has a reaction force. Meng Meng, you look confused.
你说每一种力是包括小鸟飞行的力、火车奔跑的力，还有你站在这儿的力吗？
Well, yeah. It is unbelievable, isn't it?
但是你上节课告诉我们，反作用力的方向与力的方向相反。那如果每一种力都有反作用力挡着，小鸟怎么能飞得动？火车怎么能跑呢？
Ah, I see why you're confused now. How about today we solve this riddle? Children, are you ready? Let's go. Hello, children. Today, we are going to solve the mystery of the reaction forces and discover Newton's third law. We just saw lots of examples of reaction forces. So, do you want to know where they come from? Meng Meng, do you still have trouble understanding it?
是的，克里斯博士，牛顿第一定律说，方向相反的两个力会抵消，力抵消了，物体就会静止不动了。那么力和反作用力会相互抵消吗？
That's actually very good, Meng Meng. You already know how to analyze questions using Newton's laws. And you've asked a very important question. That is, on whom does the reaction force act? Does it act on the same object that the force is acting on?
如果说力和反作用力同时存在于一个物体上，那这个物体岂不是永远都不能移动了？
Yes, that would be correct. However, the reaction force and the force always act on different objects. Therefore, we don't need to worry about canceling forces here.
力和反作用力不是出现在同一个物体上。
Yes, Meng Meng. Think about when we're pushing on the wall. Our force is on the wall. And what about the reaction force now?
墙在推我。哦，等一下，现在我们有两种力，还有两个物体。你说慢点，克里斯博士。
Okay, Meng Meng. When a force exists, there are always two objects. You know this. Slow down and think a bit.
踢球，我和球；推墙，我和墙壁。我明白了，我明白了。那我们现在站着呢，我和地面也是吗？地面是物体吗？
Of course, Meng Meng. Hey, I know a way to show you this. I think it's time for another one of our space trips. You see, Meng Meng, the ground is actually a really big ball. It's planet Earth. So when we talk about a force between you and the ground, there's really two objects, you and planet Earth.
哇，地球它真美，看那是中国，还有长城。
Indeed, Meng Meng. And even though we're way out here, the Earth is still pulling on us. And you know what? We are pulling on it.
啊，我们怎么能拉动这么大一个星球呢？
Let's go back down, and I'll explain. So you see now, Meng Meng? There are always two objects and two forces. You and the Earth, the ground, are the two objects. And you know one of the forces, right?
是引力，地球在拉向我，它拉着所有的事物，就像苹果一样。
That was funny. But the Earth doesn't pull the apple down. Gravity actually pulls them together. When we were in space, gravity was pulling on both us and the Earth together.
不可能吧？我能轻易地观察到，地球并没有移动，移动的只有苹果。
It's difficult to see, I agree. But the force of the apple and the force of you pulling on the Earth is there. It's just a very small force.
啊，我明白了，这挺微妙的。也就是说，我用很小的力在拉着地球，因此我根本无法移动地球，对吗，克里斯博士？
Exactly right. You got it, Meng Meng. In fact, we've just understood Newton's third law.
啊，我已经学会了吗？怎么学会的？
Yes. Newton's third law says that for every force on an object, there is a reaction force on another object. The force has the same strength, but is in the opposite direction.
等等，让我再重复一遍。每一个作用在一个物体上的力，都有一个反作用力作用到另一个物体上。反作用力的大小等于力的大小，但方向相反。
Exactly right.
哦，真的吗？就这样，我看我的确理解牛顿第三定律了。我应该叫它萌萌的定律。
Okay, Meng Meng. But now you must be able to explain why your balloon flew away?
是的，气球，好吧，我可能还是不太明白。
Oh, well, Meng Meng, in order to be able to truly understand a concept, you must be able to apply that knowledge. I think we should apply this knowledge to the shooting balloon game again.
亲子游戏。
Hi, kids. Take a balloon like this one and have Mom and Dad help you blow it up. Let's slow down. We know that when we let the balloon go, some air is going to come out. And that means that the balloon puts a force on the air. If you put your hand near the hole and let go just a little bit, you can feel the air. So, if the balloon puts a force on the air, there must be a reaction force. And it must be on another object. Do you know what object the reaction force is acting on? Right! When the balloon pushes the air out, there's a force. The reaction force is on another object, the balloon. And it pushes the balloon forward. And that's how the balloon can fly in the air. So, now that we've understood Newton's third law, can we use it to explain the third law when we kick the ball? When we're kicking the ball, we put a force on the ball and the ball moves forward. Because we put a force on the ball, Newton's third law tells us there must be a reaction force back on our foot. But we don't fly backwards like the balloon did. Why do you think that is? Kids, do you remember when we were drawing the direction of force? Here's a picture that I've drawn of the balloon in the air. You'll notice I drew a force arrow on the air coming from the balloon. And because of Newton's third law, I drew a force arrow back on the balloon. Kids, I want you, with Mom and Dad, to draw a picture for me of the ball and Meng Meng. Draw the forced arrow of Meng Meng's foot on the ball and a forced arrow back on Meng Meng. And I want you to think about the mass of the ball and the mass of Meng Meng and try to explain to Mom and Dad why Meng Meng didn't move backwards, but the ball moved forwards. Next time, we'll have a discussion about this and we will complete our lesson of Newton's laws. Bye!